I'm sorry I had to use that thumbnail, but now that I have your attention, let me show you what we are going to do today. We are going to connect Figma with Claude so that Claude can design for us, Claude can develop for us. So basically Claude can do everything based on just a few screens you design. For example, I'll show you what I did. So these are the screens that I have designed inside Figma, like including this. I have designed these screens. Then I sent this screens to Claude so that it can train on my design style. And later Claude gave me this based on my requirement. I just told give me a screen where I can enter passenger details, and it gave me this screen. And it did not just give me this screen, by the way. It gave me a working example, working prototype, just front end but still working. See, this is working completely, and I just needed to push this back to Figma so that I can edit it inside Figma however I want. And this is built with auto layout. And later I just did not stop there, by the way. I went one step ahead and built the entire app using that same guideline. See, I'm going to show you from the start. This is built on this design guideline. There are some mistakes, but that is okay. So see, this is completely working. Front end only, but still working. I can work it out. See, all of this is made from just 4 different screens, starting with 4 different screens. See, and I think you can just start with one screen also. Should not be a problem. Let me show you how to do it. See, I can enter everything. Even payment mode is included in this. See, and now we have the complete flow just from these screens, which is mind-blowing. What I'm telling you is, don't just become a designer, become a designer who can ship. You don't need to have any coding knowledge. Claude will do everything for you. So what we are going to do today is basically we are going to have 2 different AI agents. One is ChatGPT and the other one is Claude. Claude is going to do the heavy lifting here, and ChatGPT is going to give us prompts. We are not going to give prompts to Claude because it's too much. So maybe we'll just ask ChatGPT to give us detailed prompts, and that we are going to enter into Claude, and Claude will execute stuff for us. So let's get started. Okay, first things first, you need to install Claude onto your system. And how do you do that? It's very simple, and I even made a guide for you. You will find the link to this guide in description. What we are going to do is we are going to copy these commands one by one and paste inside your terminal. Just go to search and search for terminal, and we have the terminal here. You can choose whatever folder you want, but I'm going to start with the desktop here, and I'm going to paste this command. Pasting this command and hit enter, it will install Claude onto your system. I'm not going to do that because I've already installed. You just need to copy this step by step. That's it. Once you install Claude, how do you call Claude is basically you're going to say Claude, and it will open Claude for you on the system. I'm going to give the permission of this folder. Yes, and Claude is now open. So what we're going to do now is we are going to install Figma MCP server inside Claude Code. So again, just copy this command and paste it inside Claude Code. See, I'm not going to do this again because I've already installed, and you're going to exit Claude after doing this. I just need to exit Claude and restart it. So again, give the permission. Now I have Claude here. Now what we're going to do is, this is very important. We are going to say /MCP, and this is going to manage our MCP servers. Here, if you see, my Figma is already connected, but yours is going to look something like this. See, needs authentication. You'll see the yellow triangle beside Figma. Basically, it means it is not yet authorized, so you cannot go forward. You need to authorize Figma so that it can write and read from Figma designs. Okay, after doing that, again, I'm going to hit escape, but if you hit enter authentication, it is going to open that Figma link onto a browser, and just there will be a pop-up authorize Claude to use your Figma designs. You just need to say yes. Again, one more very important thing is this will not work on a free plan. You need Claude Pro plan, which comes at $20 per month. But yeah, this is very much worth it, and you definitely need to try it at least for a month. Let's start with training Claude on your designs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new Figma file so that I can do it from scratch. So I'll just paste these same designs until here. I'm going to paste these same designs inside this test file, and also I will create a new folder so that Claude will not use any existing knowledge. If you see, I've created a new folder and I'm inside that folder here in terminal also. If you see, I've said cd space basically go to this folder, and now I'm inside that folder, and I'll call Claude inside that folder. Now Claude is inside that folder. Is I'm gonna copy link to this design. For that you need to press Command L, or you can right click and say copy link to selection here. What we're gonna say is we're gonna say read these designs and form an understanding of design language end to end. So we're going to say read these designs and form an understanding of design language end to end. We're going to paste that link. I pasted this link. Again, I'll paste this link. Again, go to this and copy link to selection. Paste it here. Again, do the same with this. Copy, space, paste. Do this one too. Paste it, and lastly this. So what we are doing is we are basically training Claude with our own design style. So after that I'll hit enter, and it is going to take some time to analyze all these designs by going into Figma on a component level, and it is going to form an understanding and come back with an understanding of the design language that we have created. It is going to tell us what font we have used, what colors we have used, and all that stuff. So it's going to take a minute. And so if you see here, it has given us or it has read all the font preference, color preference and everything, and it gave us this. Now Claude has an understanding of our design style, and now we can ask it to design a next screen that we have not designed. To do that, I'm not just gonna say design a passenger details entering screen. I'm going to use ChatGPT so that we can get a detailed prompt. So I don't have time to write lengthy prompt, so I'm going to use ChatGPT to do that. So what we're going to do is create a new chat. I'm going to tell ChatGPT what we are doing so that it has an idea, and now it is going to give us a detailed prompt. If you see, I have told ChatGPT the same thing. I've sent the screenshots here and told it what we are doing, and after that I've asked it to give me a detailed prompt where passengers can enter details. See, it gave us this result. What we are going to do is we are going to copy this till here. Now inside terminal where Claude code is running, we are going to say using the same design guideline or design style, using the same design style, design and then I'm just gonna paste this. Basically it has passenger detail screen and everything. I'm gonna paste that, and I'm also gonna say make it interactive. All the buttons should work, and it should also have micro animations wherever needed. I'm gonna say that, and I'm just gonna hit enter. So it took 9 minutes to do that task. You need to have patience. Without patience it will not work, and you might not get good results at the start. You need to train your Claude to work better way. But anyway, it has given us or it has written that file, and it will be inside the directory wherever you give permission. You can also ask it to run that file so that it opens your browser and runs that file basically. So what I'm going to do is, since I already know that it is inside this file, I'm going to open that, double click on it, it'll open the passenger detail screen. Now this design is made on a design system or design style that you trained Claude on. Now, how do you paste this back onto Claude? I'll show you. Or back onto Figma, I'll show you. So if you see, all this is completely interactive and all these things. If you give this to devs will be very happy. Again, you can always ask changes right here, but we're not going to do that. We're going to paste this back to Figma. To do that, I'm going to say push this design to Figma. So if you just say this, it's going to paste on the first page somewhere at the end. But let's say you have many pages and you want this to paste somewhere specific. You're going to copy that page's link, like for example, copy link, click on share and copy link and paste this here. Now push this design to Figma. I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna hit enter. Now what it is going to do is it's going to create a temporary capture tool which is going to capture this design and paste inside Figma, inside that page where you gave the link. So one more cool thing I can show you is, again, give all the permission it is asking. So as it is working, you can ask questions to it. You can just hit /BTW and say, what are you doing? So it is going to ask, it is going to answer you whatever it is doing. You can ask like how much time it will take. For example, let's say I'm gonna ask it again, BTW, what's the ETA? So it's going to return with whatever time it thinks it will take. 1 to 2 minutes, fair enough. So again, I need to run this, and now it's going to have a capture thing on top of here. I'm just going to wait for it. Again, give all the permission. It is asking it open. Now it should. See, it is saying sending it to Figma, and it is going to send it here. I'm going to show it live. See, Figma has come up and the design is here. Superb. Now we're going to take this design and see if it is editable. See, this is completely editable and built on top of auto layout. See, although it has not used the font, it has used the font, but there is some mistake, but which should be okay. I'm gonna replace the font. But yeah, this is pretty good. Replace on the whole page. Again, there is some mistake. I don't know what is that, but I'm gonna fix it. There are some mistakes like this, which is okay. I mean, this is interactive design. It pasted something what it got, but if you see my results where I wasn't planning on an interactive design, but I just asked it to design based on the design system, and it gave us a pretty good result at that time. Anyway, one more thing is you can keep an eye out on the usage. For example, I'll just open my Claude. Give me a moment. Here I can go to my usage and see how much credits we spent. We just spent 15% of the credit limit, which is okay. We can build the entire app in this session, and I'm going to show you how. Last time it took multiple iterations, so I even had to add this $18 beyond that credit limit. So anyway, just an tip, keep an eye out on the usage and try to give all your prompts at once instead of a separate prompt list. This is interactive. It might miss out on things like particular very specific things, which is okay. But if you just ask a plain design without any interaction or animation, it should give a proper result that you can edit inside Figma. Now what we're going to do is, now we're going to build the whole app around this. So again, go back to ChatGPT. I did this previously, and I'm going to do it again. So I think I can use the same prompt. Let's see. Yes. So one more tip is, anytime you run into an error, always take a screenshot and send it to ChatGPT, and it is going to help you to solve that problem for you. So if you see, I've told now that you have full working idea of the app, I want to build a mini app from login to entering details and everything. And it gave us this lengthy prompt that we're going to paste inside Claude and hopefully get it to work. So let's do it. I'm gonna copy this prompt, go back to Claude, go back to terminal, and paste it here. 1, 2, 3. Now hit enter. So I guess it will take 10 more minutes, so we'll see you in 10 minutes. So since I asked for a very large request, it somehow got into an error, API error, which says it exceeded the response limit, which is not surprising by the way, but yeah, you can take a screenshot of this, give it to ChatGPT, and it will give you a fix. But for now, I just told you how you can do this. Again, you need to have patience when you're working with Claude because it is into very early stage and yet usable. And I'm gonna help you with one more tip. For example, if you see in the design that we were working on, that we pasted from the Claude, it is not as perfect or as pixel perfect as we were expecting. So what you can do in this case is you can just ask Claude to fix the design. For example, I'm gonna make this existing screen into a pixel perfect screen. So again, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna copy the link to one of the screens, copy link, go back to terminal, uh, paste this screen's path, or you can just copy the name of it, should be fine. The name is passenger details. So I'm just gonna copy the name. So I'm just gonna paste this. This screen is not up to the mark, and is not pixel perfect compared to my Figma design. Please follow the same design style, spacing and everything to match my design style. So I'm just gonna say this and paste link to Figma. Say pasting link to my Figma screens again, and say paste this, and one more I'm gonna just paste this one, I guess. It will have that memory, but again, it's just a recall thing. So I'm gonna send it. Okay, so it is rewriting that passenger details screen. As you can see, whatever is inside red, no, it is going to be deleted and replaced with something inside green. Just so you understand. I think it will take like one more minute. So okay, cool. So it has given us the file. It has rewritten the file. I'm gonna copy link or open link. Okay, so it's not bad. It is very similar to what we were expecting. But yeah, if you see, it has taken 4 passenger list and it is very close. Now let's push this back to Figma again. Just say push this to Figma. So it has rewritten that file with fixing minor errors, but I also told it to push it to Figma. I'm just gonna say yes. If you see, this is like slightly better than the previous version and very close to what we were designing. So it says send to Figma, so it will be here. This is slightly closer to what we were doing. Followed the exact same process. On Friday also I followed the exact same process, and today also it gave me a different result because it is not very perfect at the moment. Now you have to have that patience or retry it many times. But yeah, even though it is still workable and it is completely fine. See, it is working, it is looking totally fine and I can work with it. That's all for today. I hope you like this video. You can find that installation guide in the description, and do give me feedback on how was this video, what can be improved, so that I can improve myself for the next video. I usually don't have such patience. I sat around 11:30 and it is 1:36. The setup was on for the complete duration. So a self appreciation to myself for having such patience. I usually don't have such patience. So do give me feedback so that I can improve myself. And if you run into an error anytime, just ask ChatGPT or ask any other AI agent, and it will help you solve that. It is super easy. Do not hesitate to reach out to me on my Instagram, and I'll try to answer. I'm not an expert, but I'm still figuring it out. But I'll try to help you out so that you can also learn. So hopefully this entire video is not so lengthy, and you could watch in one go. See you in the next one.